Good evening. I'm Maisha Brody with HealthWise, and look at how you can achieve and maintain good health. Brought to you by Healthy Habits Hand Sanitizer and Rubbing Alcohol and Honeytime Cough Mixture from Benjamin's. Benjamin's, a trusted name for over a century. And Sagicor Life. Improve your mental, physical, and financial wellness. Visit the Sagicor Wellness Hub at sagicor.com. Do it for yourself. Jamaica has recorded multiple monkeypox cases, some of which were imported and others which were transmitted locally. There is still much to be known about the disease, which is normally found in animals but may be transmitted from animals to humans. Symptoms of monkeypox include fever, chills, intense headaches, exhaustion, backache, muscle ache, swollen lymph nodes, and rash. Many people are afraid of getting the disease due to the unpleasant sight and as such are trying to get as much information as possible about it. In this week's edition, President of the Medical Association of Jamaica, Dr. Brian James, tells us more about monkeypox. He says children and pregnant women are more likely to be impacted by the disease.
Children, they are the ones who would get the most severe disease. And so maybe this time we'll be very, very careful. If we have any symptoms suggestive of monkeypox, we would isolate ourselves from our children. Children are very, very susceptible. If somebody is going to die, it is much more likely to be a child than an adult. Pregnant people are also quite susceptible, particularly also because at the end of the pregnancy there is going to be a child, and you can get it while you're in the womb.
Dr. James says while many gay people are presenting with monkeypox, anyone can get it. Therefore, it is not a gay disease.
It is absolutely true that a large majority of the cases that have been seen around the world, I'm not aware of the Jamaican situation like that, but a large majority of the cases are among the gay community and men, right? But that doesn't even mean that it's a sexually transmitted disease. There is no evidence that it is, and it doesn't mean that it is a gay disease, quote unquote. The same precautions will apply. What proves that it is not exclusive to gay people is the fact that in the United States, there are many persons, there are children who have contracted it. So it means that it can be contracted by anyone. So there may be some kind of specific habit that gay people have that makes it easier to transmit it that way, but it's not a gay disease.
He notes that while the outbreak is not expected to be declared a pandemic, people must take measures to prevent the spread.
It's not as transmissible as COVID is. It's more difficult to actually catch it. The interaction between the person who has it and the person who catches it has to be much prolonged and much more intimate than with COVID. And it doesn't cause as severe an illness as COVID. There is a spectrum of illnesses, and people have actually died from monkeypox, but the severity of disease is nowhere near as it is with COVID. So by and large, I do not believe that there is much chance of it wreaking the same kind of havoc as COVID. And the way to avoid sort of mass spread of the disease is to observe the precautions that are put out by the Minister of Health and Wellness. First and foremost, observe personal hygiene measures, the hand washing, the cough etiquette, the sneezing etiquette. Secondly, wear your mask. Masking will prevent you from inhaling the droplets that are put out by somebody who has just sneezed or who has just coughed. Social distancing, avoiding crowds.
Dr. James says persons who suspect that they may have monkeypox should isolate.
Acknowledge whenever you're unwell, whenever you might have the disease. Listen for the symptoms. See when you might have it, when you are exposed to somebody who has it, and isolate. That is just so important. I find that even with the COVID, a lot of people denied to themselves that they could possibly have it or that they do have it. And so they do not take the precaution to prevent others from getting it from them. And so it spreads a lot more readily.
President of the Medical Association of Jamaica, Dr. Brian James. Now for this week's dose of medicine. If you are experiencing symptoms of monkeypox, do not put others at risk. Avoid interacting with others and call ahead to your health center or doctor before visiting. That's it for this week's edition. Brought to you by Healthy Habits Hand Sanitizer and Rubbing Alcohol and Honey Time Cough Mixture from Benjamin's. Benjamin's, a trusted name for over a century. And Sagicor Life. Improve your mental, physical and financial wellness. Visit the Sagicor Wellness Hub at sagicor.com. Do it for yourself. Being healthy is a journey. So join us again next week for another edition. I'm Maisha Brody. Until next time, be wise and stay healthy.